Hey everybody, I'm Chuck and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the IYV ITF-400. I'm going to call this a semi-hollow body. They're calling it a solid body, but I'll tell you the things. A little reflection in there. It's a beautiful guitar, I gotta say. Just the body alone is so cool. And we have the single coil style pickups in it. It just gives it such a nice flavor and tone. So we just did the unboxing, and I've had a chance to look the guitar over, and one thing that's really cool is the neck. If you can look, the fretboard overhangs the part of the neck, which is pretty cool. It gets the extra fret in there. The back of the neck is kind of like what you would find on a really nice pool cue. It's got that style of finish, like a pool cue finish, so that's really cool. It's got the one switch for the 3 different positions on the pickup, volume and tone. And the tone on this guitar is so spot on. More so probably than any other guitar I've ever used. I don't know why, but the flavor of this tone switch is really nice. It goes from one type of sound, completely changes to another. And I know there's no active electronics in there, but that's what it kind of simulates. It's sort of like active electronics. So recording to the positive grid Spark 40 using the Blackface Duo amp. A little bit of compression, a little bit all on the screen for you. You can take a look up there. Most important thing I like on this is the EQ. That really makes a game changer with the tone you can get. So right there I'm looking for a really nice ring. We'll move to the middle pickup, and a huge difference. And we'll go to the neck pickup. Now at the tone control, you can hear the difference in the sound. One thing I love about this guitar is a new guitar should give you new inspiration to play different things, and that's what I found this guitar is.
coming out tonight. We hope that you enjoy this evening's entertainment so that we can raise the funds we so desperately need to repair our beloved Cape Mercy Lighthouse. Without further ado, Madeline Collard and Isabel Martin. Running to receive. I wish I could run away from time. Tell me that it's easy. Too much over from the borderline. I know it's a means to remember I got something that'll be. So I'm living on a dream, and I hold on to the feeling. I don't wanna say make up something that I hate, 'cause Mama taught me to be kind. I don't wanna say it, fake it. I don't wanna fake, but I got something on my mind. I'm on the edge, out on the borderline. Something near has got me running for my time. I take a breath, let over my mind. Something near has got me on the borderline. On the borderline. There's something near has got me on the borderline. On the borderline. Something near has got me on the borderline. Yes, something near has got me.
We got the strings changed, and we are using
That's different.
the D'Addario XL nickel wound, and I like to have the 10s on top. So I think we gotta do a little bit of tuning. Where is our guitar tuner? Sounds good. Got it tuned up. And we're ready to go. Do a little sound check with the new strings on here. Last side are 9s on the top. I like them a little bit heavier. I don't like the slinky strings. Sometimes they even go as high as 11s. So wow, the sound on that guitar is fantastic. I love it. I love the finish. The P90 sound pickups sound great. The tone controls are very fluid. More fluid than probably anything you would get at any other guitar in this price range. The finish is gorgeous. You see the reflection in there? I like how it has the binding that's off. It's like a vanilla white more than a bright white. And the binding is only on the one side. I love that. It's just on the top. The F-holes are cut very nice. I like the bridge that it doesn't have a tremolo on it. The strings go right through the back, which I just restrung. The tuning keys work perfectly. I'm surprised. They work better than on some of the other guitars that I've got. Might be my imagination, but it appears that they're getting better and better and better. Right out of the box, I could take it down, have it set up, but I don't really need to. The neck feels perfectly smooth on the back. I suppose anybody could take it down to another 1000 grit sandpaper. I don't know, but I find that it's perfectly acceptable on it. The fretboard breaking in a little bit like a new car engine on it. Just had a little slight, I'd say roughness on a couple frets, but they seem to have worked right out on it. And you know, I'm just ecstatic for the price. first it was $159 on Amazon. I clicked and put it in the cart. I was like, yeah, you know, that's like, you know, how can you go wrong? You know, I got to try it. Looks great. Next day it was, whoop, we're sorry, we raised the price to $179. I'm like, oh my God, you know, that's like overnight $20. I was like, yeah, forget it. You know, they're going to be around for a while, I think. And then the next day it was down to $169, so it came down $10. I go, you know, click into the cart, buy it before it decides to go up in price again, even though it would be worth $179. Without a doubt, this guitar would be worth $179. So I'm going to try to get that really nice, beautiful ring out of the guitar on that chord. Final thoughts on the IYV ITF-400. This guitar is awesome. It is fantastic. Gorgeous finish. Fantastic pickups. Plays like a dream. One reason this IYV guitars play so nice is they use shorter and narrower frets. And the Gibsons and your Paul Reed Smiths, you're going to get taller and wider frets. And be honest with you, I don't like the tall frets. You know, I like the short and narrow frets. So IYV fits me. And the other thing I wanted to mention about this guitar is the weight. This guitar is so light. When you put it on, it's a little top heavy on the neck. Neck falls right away. So just a little slightly annoying when it does that, because now I got to use my hand to hold the guitar up besides flat. That's what people with violins do, so hey, I guess I can't complain. But I do like the fact that when I put it on, and it's not straining my neck. After a while, you probably notice you wear a Les Paul for hours on end. You kind of, okay, we got to put it down for a little while. So yeah, the weight of this thing, it's feather-like. It's unbelievable how light it is. I tried to weigh it. I don't have a scale that can weigh this thing. Weigh myself, put the guitar on there. It's like 8 pounds. But that can't possibly be very accurate whatsoever at all. And the way these are made, do a little research on the CNC cutting machines. I'm going to guess if this guitar was manufactured in the United States of America by a United States company, say if Gibson made this guitar, you're probably talking $400 or $500 from Gibson minimum for this guitar the way it is. Probably could even ask more if it was made in America, because we have higher wages, everything is higher in America. So if this was made by Gibson Manufacturing Company, being a bolt-on neck, I would say, yeah, it'd be in probably around the $400, $500, $600 range in that area. Who knows? It's just hypothetical. I'm just imagining this. But I did research in Vietnam. The minimum wage in Vietnam is about $3 or $4. So that's what we used to be back in, what, 1970? We had minimum wage like that. So yeah, you know, back in 1978, a $500 Les Paul to me was a lot of money. When I got it, it was like, wow. So as you can see, I've got 4 IYV guitars, 2 of the Les Paul copies, the ILS 300s, an IJZ 300 hollow body, and the mothership, the IJZ 500, which easily, if that was made in America, would be easily $1,500. Bottom line, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a $2,200, $2,300 guitar made in America. That guitar is phenomenal. Try to say that twice. I'm not even going to try to say it again. I couldn't buy the wood. I couldn't put it together. I couldn't do the finish for what I paid for it. Fantastic bargain. So, like I said, these guitars are made in Vietnam. These guys are doing a great bang-up job on it, and they are getting better and better and better. I've saw a couple of reviews on some of these less expensive guitars, and somebody had to do a setup, and nuts weren't right, and once they got set up, it was perfect. My Les Pauls, I think I lowered the action maybe, just because I really wasn't paying attention to how they came. I don't think I lowered them too much. I think I got it right. But this guitar here, right out of the box, I did nothing to it, and it plays like a dream. It plays beautiful. For what you paid for it, you can't imagine that was the price. $169 is what it came down to. I've seen it go down to $159, fluctuate to $179. After getting it, you know, I waited till it came back down to $169, but I would have bought it at $179, I'm sure. And I'm not just as satisfied whatsoever, one little bit for this guitar. It's incredible. Christmas is coming up. Somebody that wants a new guitar, he had a son that's learning how to play, a daughter, kids learning how to play a guitar. Can't imagine getting a guitar like this for Christmas, brand spanking new. So like I said, I've got 5 IYV electric guitars for less than 1 Gibson Les Paul. Easily, hands down. Brand spanking new. Every Les Paul I've ever had to buy in the past was always used around the $500 or $600 mark. Back in the 80s, try buying a used Les Paul nowadays. You're going to, you know, what are they, $1,200, $1,500 for a used Paul? Brand spanking new, $200. Made on a CNC cutting machine. These machines are started around $85,000, $90,000 for a CNC cutting machine. They are more accurate today than anything that was made in the 70s. We didn't have a CNC cutting machine when I went to school and did woodworking. Everything was routers, manual, and there's nothing wrong with that. you can make great guitars. But with a CNC machine that's flawless, 0.0005% accuracy, flawless. CNC Destiny wound pickups. Again, made on a CNC cutting lathe machine. $80,000 machine. Pickups are going to be wound perfect. When I got a cheap Les Paul back in the 80s, that's what you got. You got a cheap crappy guitar. Lucky but played. And the sound was usually pretty puke. When I bought my first IYV guitar, I was like, yeah, here we go, another copy company. Switched out the electronics, I switched out the pickups, I switched out the switches, I switched out the tuning keys. All the electronics was switched out to the Seymour Duncan. New tones, volume knobs, new switch, everything was upgraded. I didn't realize how good the CNC pickups were after I bought one stock to keep it stock, just in case for some reason it goes up. The guitar ends up being worth $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 in the future. And to do a sound comparison to see how it came stock, being inexpensive. I thought it was going to be a cheap guitar. I'm not going to say cheap anymore. It's inexpensive. It's not cheap whatsoever. Nothing cheap on it. One thing that's not really that expensive is the tuning keys. You can always upgrade to Grovers. Absolutely. I used to do that with a Gibson. Buy a Gibson Les Paul. You know, it's a $1,500 guitar used for $500 or $600. It's got crap tuning keys on it. Back then, you take them off, put on a nice set of Grovers. But changing to a beautiful set of Grovers devalued the guitar because they were white ivory tuning keys on it. They were beautiful even though they work like crap. So I got these crap tuner keys, take them off, and I devalue the guitar. I should have kept them, but you know, young, dumb, and stupid when you're a kid. It's like I just wanted the guitar to be played beautifully. So anything that came junk, we took off. We got a Fender Strat, the switch on it, right out of the crate. They were terrible. Change the switch. While you're in here, might as well change the volume knobs too on that. So that's what we did. We tear the guitars apart, put the Marshals in them. Comparison between the two, I do like the Seymour Duncans for more rock and roll, hit the distortion. The Seymour Duncans are spot on. They're the JBs. But as far as playing the blues, I found that the CNC Destiny wound pickups were more bluesy. It's like, it's really full rich. It's like, so they're not cheap guitars, they're inexpensive. They're made very well, and the sound is fantastic. And the big IJZ, I want to buy another one. This was less than $300. They come around Amazon pretty fairly. 15 of them just sold out. And I would like to get another one, again, to modify it. They got some Lowler pickups that are like awesome. I'd love to try. And there's a couple others that there's another Paul Ray Smith model that is currently unavailable. This says PRS on the tag, but there's nothing I see on this guitar that's Paul Ray Smith copy at all. They don't make any styles like this, and I've noticed. But I do love this style. It's got a slight arch on the top versus Telecaster. It's going to be more flat. You're not going to get this nice little roll arch, so I really like that. I'll take this model with the P90 pickup styles any day over a Tele. It's just, I like it. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It'd be a great Christmas gift. You can't go wrong for the price. That's my opinion. We might cut this ending out. Let's just try that. So yeah, that's my final thought on this guitar. If I was going rate it for the price, for the money, what you pay for it, if I started it at 10 and took off points for anything, I don't know. I'd say this guitar is pretty much, oh, it can't be perfect, so I got to take off a point for that. So we're down to a 9.9. I don't know. What else could I take a point off? I can't give this guitar a 9.9. I can't. I'm trying to find something I don't like, or a defect, or something that's a tone or whatever. I can't. I'm really trying. Stay here all night long and see if I can go come up with something, but for $169, all the frets on this were perfect. Nope. I guess I'm sorry. I'm going back up. Going to give this guitar a 10. 5 stars. Peace. Thanks for watching.